What's up, folks? Hair's not right. So we got headphones on. I just wanted to talk a moment about something that some people, for some reason, still consider taboo, and that's depression and suicide. I know a lot about both. What's funny is, I just watched a video, I just posted it, shared it. The guy mentions, if I told you I had cancer, he'd probably, I'd have people supporting, I'd have probably GoFundMes and things like that. But when you mention you cry, it's become so stigmatized that you don't want to say, I want to kill myself, or help me, I want to kill myself, because no one knows what to do. No one knows. All you gotta do is hang out with somebody, or call them, or talk to them. 5 minutes of your day can save a life. Every 16 minutes, someone's killing themselves in this country. It's the 10th leading cause of death in this country now. Male, female, black, white, liberal, Republican, doesn't matter. It's rich, poor, it crosses everywhere. It's a chemical imbalance in your brain. You don't release enough of the serotonin, which helps you sleep and regulate you, and then you don't have enough of the good one, I can't think of it. It's the one you releases after workouts or good concerts or things like that. But anyway, it's gonna hit me afterwards. I'm gonna feel stupid, but anyway, you just have to, for the people that are thinking of it, I hope you'll call that number. It's at the beginning. They have good counselors there. They give you somebody to talk to, and somebody who's not going to react in a weird way. Somebody that's used to it. But thing is, if it were treated like the disease it is, depression would be, you could just say, I'm depressed, and people would get it. When I say I'm depressed, it takes a lot for me to say it. It means, I feel like just going, I'm picturing it. I'm picturing blowing my brains out. I'm picturing cutting my wrist. And I'm not trying to. I'm sitting here making videos of these collectibles or doing something to keep my mind off of it. But you can't. You don't have that filter. It'd be nice to have that wall up, and the best counselors are going to teach you to distract yourself. And then hopefully if you distract yourself long enough, it'll go away. And of course put you on a shit ton of drugs. In my case, the drugs ruined my teeth, caused my metabolism to just go to hell. But the thing is, if you're someone out there watching this who's on the verge of suicide or thinking about it, I want you to remember that, now this isn't for everyone, but you do have a mom, a dad, you have a friend, you have someone out there. Now I personally believe God Whether you do or not, it's cool. But if you believe in in that video, I watched, the guy talked about how there's an average of 6 people closely and deeply affected by every suicide. But when you're in that mode, I understand you can't see it, you can't feel it, you can't understand it. What I would say is, in the darkest night, you have to look for the stars. That's when they shine the brightest, even if there's only a few of them. That's what I do. I look at the few people in my life I know will always be there. And heck, I go hug my dog to the point where she gets annoyed. You can always find a way out. You can always find someone to talk to. Online, Facebook has now where the suicide prevention thing. But I'm gonna put that hotline number at the beginning and at the end of the video. I don't want to bore you. It's 6 minutes in now, so I understand what it's like to have the compulsion constantly. I know what it's like to have that feeling that the world would be a better place without me. It'd be so much easier, or I'd be in less pain. You have to think about the pain that other people would be in. You have to think about, you have to fight through it. And you have to think about Rocky Balboa in that movie when he said life is mean and ugly. It will beat you to your knees into the ground if you let it. He goes, the trick is to keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. So keep moving forward, however you have to do it. Keep moving forward. So that's my little thing. You're not alone. There's millions of us. Go to the forums, find depression forums, talk to people who know exactly what you're thinking, and have been there. And a lot of the people on that helpline are usually ones that have been through it. Don't give in. If any good could come from these recent horrible tragedies that, of course it's famous people, even though every 16 minutes someone's killing themselves, but when you lose somebody like that, it puts the spotlight back on it. And I hope that will put people's minds back on it too, and understanding that it is bad, and it's not just someone sitting there feeling sorry for themselves. A lot of times it's somebody who's doing everything they possibly can not to feel sorry for themselves, to think about somebody else, to help somebody else, because if I'm helping somebody else, I'm adding worth to myself, to my life. I'm doing something for, I'm giving, and that's that you'll see that in most people with depression. Everybody experiences it in their own way, but a lot of people find themselves doing that. You get very little back, but you give. You'll find yourself doing that. Go get that number and call if you're on the edge. Even if you're not, even if you're just on the slippery slope, get off that slope, and that can help you to do that, okay? So that's my personal message. I know I usually just do reviews and stuff like that, but I think it's important to have have this little discussion. And I hope someone who needs to see it watches it. So God bless and have a good day, week, month, whenever you watch this.